the deck I want to play is a good deck, when the stars align like that, your boy becomes unstoppable. Do you think a deck based on triggering several soloists and setting up a Foundry once your unit costs are lower than theirs and outvalue them? It could work. I've played some smooth soloist decks in the past. The only other smooth soloist deck that was really hilarious to me was the Shipwreck Hoarder smooth soloist deck that Saucy Mailman was running back in the day. Oh baby, Twisted Fate Aphelios. We want the Noxian Fervor. With Dreadway Deckhand, it deals 4 damage. So we can answer Aphelios through Pale Cascade. There's Culling Strike for Twisted Fate. Yeah, this is good. This is very good. Yesterday around this time, I was like, damn, it sucks this one stream isn't streaming today. And well, today you're streaming, so that's nice. Oh, thank you, Lolo. I'm glad I can come through for you, clutch. Again, we're streaming every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday currently. This is, honestly, this is my first time finally being able to see this matchup with SWAIN Twisted Fate. So we'll see how this goes. I feel like I have the sauce and am favored. They want to end the round. Does that mean I should just set up the Dreadway Deckhand now? Imagine having a schedule. I ran into it on Master's Ladder the other day. Oh yeah, was it Temple Dros? Or do you mean they just did Aphelios into Crescendum, or like Double Veiled Temple, or what? Spacey Sketcher, eh? Death's Hand deals 3 damage. I'm super glad that mill decks aren't a serious thing in this game. Again, Maokai kind of gets a pass, but I really dislike mill decks. I have a new account. I made my first deck on there yesterday. Nice, Lolo. Oh no. My powder keg. Do I just cash this in now? Or is it best to just tank this hit and then keep my spell mana for next round? Yeah, I've already got the Noxian Fervor and the Culling Strike, so that's fine. I know, like, if I didn't stream, I wouldn't know what day it was. Like, real talk. Should I Arachnoid Sentry this? No, I'll just attack in. If they play Aphelios or something, I can Arachnoid Sentry Ravenous Flock to kill it.
Hold still.
Every little bit of damage counts. I think I'm supposed to... Veiled Temple. No Scorched Earth for that, unfortunately. The attack buff on the Veiled Temple is going to make Culling Strike really hard to use. Moonsilver to discount Aphelios. So he comes into play with his Moonlight, and he's discounted, so he gets buffed up immediately by Veiled Temple to become a 4/4, so I can't Culling Strike him. What do you think about Pirate Aggro? Pirate Aggro is solid. Pirate Aggro is very good, especially in decks like this that just want to play super slow in the early game. You just beat them up. You have to play the deck well, don't get me wrong. Especially the higher you climb, the harder it's going to be to win with. But it'll skyrocket you through lower ranks, I think. Because the deck has a straightforward win condition, and as you understand the deck, you can get wins when other players wouldn't be able to. So we're going to go for the Ravenous Flock and maybe try to force a Bastion or a Pale Cascade here. Pirate Aggro has a pretty good win rate until Plat or so, and then it plummets in win rate. Oh, interesting, Mythical Brit. The thing is like every tier of the ladder has its own like mini game. Yep, so they've got Sunblessed Vigor. And then we can do Death's Hand on top of that. Reached Diamond with it today, and the matchups were very good for me. And yeah, you never know. Sometimes, you know, just depending on the day.
A crescent path opens before us.
Depending on the time of day, depending on what people are playing, you can just bully, like, for sure. What's the matchup against Fizz TF? What the hell? Yeah, that's a bit problematic.
Start the round. Where are you off to? Send off.
They literally had everything to defend this Aphelios. This deck can't really deal with SWAIN+LEVIATHAN, though, at the very least, unless a Boxtopus gets really huge. So, I wonder if I'm supposed to open attack here. Or do I just Noxie and Fervor the Aphelios and call it a day? If I kill Aphelios, then Boxtopus starts absorbing the Veiled Temple buffs, which I kind of don't want. But I can't let Aphelios live because then he just controls my board. So I'll attack first so that they value trade or maybe spend a resource to buff up the Boxtopus so it survives. And then I'll... Ooh, they're going to let Boxtopus die? I suppose they can just go from Calibrum into Gravitum into Crescendum. I'll take that. I'll take that. I was waiting for them to put something on the stack and then I would Fervor the Aphelios, but no dice. What deck do you recommend for climbing through Diamond? Fizz Twisted Fate's solid. SWAIN Twisted Fate's doing it for me right now. If you have any experience on that deck, I think it's still very good. Culling Strike on the Zap Spray Fin is something I would like to do, but I think I need to save this Culling Strike for Twisted Fate, unfortunately. Targon's Peak is good. It is a hard deck to play, though. We maybe pull Death's Hand off of Zap Spray Fin, you're right. Ravenous Flock's also good. Yeah, Ravenous Flock onto Aphelios. And I'll probably have to Culling Strike the Boxtopus here. Everybody has their specialty deck that sometimes they're the only ones that can play it, you know what I mean? Has anyone had trouble getting stuck in friend challenges? Yeah, it happens all the time, Lambskin. It's still very buggy. Who knows when they'll add Jhin? It might be a mini champion expansion like Aphelios. Any way to get us out? We both relog. Yeah, that's usually how you have to do it. Oh, they play Veiled Temple, so then they play and they get... I think I just have to play Swain here, because then I have Leviathan next round. Was he teased? Damn, no Scorched Earth to counter this Veiled Temple play. I know Jhin is like a favorite of a lot of people. We got a follow from Lambskin. Thank you and welcome to the Knighthood. So unfortunately, they play Aphelios. He gets immediately buffed. They regenerate mana so that you can play Crescendum again to get another Boxtopus. Wow, they're actually going for Severum. That's weird.
The moon speaks, Aphelios. You are its voice.
The temples don't do anything at this point, to be honest. Yeah. They're looking for Spacey Sketcher into what? We'll have to block the Jhin.
With the Knight's Embrace.
If I block the Charger, it opens up Swain to die to Boxtopus. So I'll take the hit here. And then we'll just play Leviathan and let that carry. Oh, he didn't pick Equinox? I guess we win. Yep.
Order, sir. Bring forth our army. Deal me in. Soak it in.
Now they're going to level up Twisted Fate. They're going to go for like blue card, pick a card. They get Culling Strike, Noxian Fervor, Death's Hand off of me from that. Ravenous Flock.
Darken the skies! I will break them.
Interesting. Zap Sprayfin gets stunned instead of Twisted Fate. Because it came into play first, right? They're the same attack, health, and cost, but because Zap Sprayfin came into play first, it gets stunned over TF, if I'm not mistaken.
Phase a weapon.
So now I can go Arachnoid Sentry Flock on this Twisted Fate. They're going to go for Calibrum into Ravenous Flock and just try to keep getting more Calibrums to finish off my Leviathan. So I should go for red card. Red card wipes this, stuns their TF.
I'm always up for a round or two.
We might want to deckhand red to remove 3 blockers. Oh yeah, deckhand red.
Something for all of you.
Plays around Pale Cascade as well.
Gotta go with the flow.
He's overwriting the cards anyway. 5 out of 8 for this Twisted Fate. Deckhand, yeah, then if I deckhand, then they just open attack. You're right, you're right. So I can stun this. I can flock the Twisted Fate.
Patience is a tactician's greatest tool.
They can hush their own units to make them block through the stun if they got the hush. Gravitum is fine, even if this gets stunned the start of the next round. Yeah, I'll check the deck after this game, Lolo. Looks like things are about to hit their climactic climax of climaxing. We'll throw the deckhand down. Now that their whole board is stunned, we just get another free tacker. Gravitum, again, keeps this Leviathan stunned, but it still does its job.
Such little lives.
To be honest, you shouldn't even attack with Leviathan or Swain unless you want to go YOLO. Because what do? They hush their own Aphelios and then block the Swain, or they hush the Charger and block the Swain, right? You think I should just not do anything?
Through darkness.
The thing is that they can still generate cards off of Aphelios, so they're going to get Calibrums to kill Leviathan, right? Yeah, see, they have Gravitum. That's fine. If we weren't going to attack with these anyway.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Do we hold back the TF? I'll keep the Twisted Fate back, and I'll attack with just these 2.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
Do I want to do Make It Rain here? Oh, no, we just Noxie and Fervor the
Your
Nexus.
instincts.
Like, I don't know. I'm like really overthinking everything.
Sacrifices must be made.
I could even Ravenous Flock their Twisted Fate right now. Doesn't hurt to overthink for a bit here and not lose to some ridiculous ass pull. Yeah, they would need to do... just Make It Rain. Yeah, they flock Leviathan. We got the fall from Swift Shift. Thank you and welcome to the Knighthood. Because they got that off of Spell Thief. So I just need to keep my Twisted Fate alive.
They should thank you.
If I draw another Leviathan, I think we're good. We died to a stupid ass pull anyways. But as you said, Coin Flip, the double Veiled Temple doesn't matter anymore when they only have 1 card. I still have blockers for Aphelios. They can give him Overwhelm though. Shit. They can do Infernum. Yeah, I should have attacked with the Leviathan and the Swain when I had the chance.
Crescendo.
For silver I thought, for gold I least.
Hey, it's the boy!
I see your life falling away, Pablo. And I see
So let me see. Crescendum goes into Severum. So they're going to go for Lifesteal. They're going to go for Lifesteal here. So I should just summon Leviathan here. Or do I wait for after combat? Because there's no way they pass back into me. Because they need to make use of that lifesteal now. I'm just thinking about if I play Leviathan, will they pull Leviathan with Pablo? They'll pull Twisted Fate 100%, right?
From darkness.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Bring these lands to their knees.
I am with you.
Ooh, you wee scruff.
We don't have enough mana for the flock, but yeah. I'm gonna block with Arachnoid Sentry because I need a unit that has HP in play for Fortune Croaker.
I'm out.
Yeah, no worries. So now we can open attack with everything, and they need to top deck a Hush. But as long as Leviathan stays alive and keeps stunning Aphelios, and they can't make use of the lifesteal, right? How sick would this situation be if you had one more mana? I know, we saved Twisted Fate from Pablo. Wait, how'd they draw 2 cards? Oh, they phased. They phased, that's right. Hey buddy, I'm new to Runeterra. Is your deck a good deck? Yes. SWAIN Twisted Fate was a top deck from a previous metagame, and it's doing very good right now. Just flock the Nexus, right? They have to heal here. They have to heal or else they just die to Leviathan. Burble Fish! Yeah, we did it! Uh-oh. This deck can beat SWAIN. This deck could beat Twisted Fate Aphelios. Uh-oh. It can beat Double Veil Temple. Uh-oh. Culling Strike, Make It Rain pretty good in this matchup. We've got Zap Spray Fin. They can't deal with SWAIN Leviathan that well outside of Thermogenic Beam. I really do like Make It Rain to maybe answer Teemo. We need Culling Strike for the Puffcat Peddler. Like I said, I could have killed the ship. But, like, I didn't realize that I could have killed the ship. And honestly, right up until the interaction was resolving, I forgot about the way that those stack out. Because Leviathan, even though the individual procs go through, the damage itself is... The damage itself is, like, resolves in the same instant. So even though my opponent had lower HP than me, and technically died first, they check both Nexus HPs at the same time. They can iterative improvement their own Puffcat Peddler. Okay, just a Mystic Shot, so they get some value out of it. But yeah, Flock into Scorch would have won me the game. But I'll take a tie. It's whatever. They pass at me. Oh god, another Puffcat Peddler. I could go for Noxian Fervor, forcing them to have another Mystic Shot. They can't attack me with the Puffcat Peddler because of Ravenous Flock. Are you shitting me? They must have Troll Chant. Like if I blocked with Zap Spray Fin. That's bonkers. That's honestly, that attack is so bad. I can go for Scorched Earth because Puffcat Peddler can't be healed. Even if they give it plus HP with the Troll Chant, I think it still counts as damage. It's probably better to save Troll Chant, Scorched Earth for the Hexcore Foundry in this matchup, though. So probably Noxian Fervor or just Death's Hand is correct. But I guess we start things off with just... Or I just attack it with SWAIN, right? I'll play another Zap Spray Fin. Culling Strike is godlike. We clear the Puffcat Peddlers and we coast to the late game. If we don't take a bunch of damage in the meantime, we're so good here. because it forces them to rely on Ezreal really heavily if they don't do a bunch of damage leading up to the late game with mushrooms. There's Hexcore Foundry. I could Scorched Earth that now, but I think I'm just going to Culling Strike the Puffcat Peddler instead, because it's fine for me to draw some cards when there aren't mushrooms in my deck. It's better to get rid of this, especially when my opponent doesn't have a lot of mana and not a lot of cards to use to proc him. Man, the Culling Strikes are magnificent in this deck right now. We've got red card to wipe the Ice Veil Archer. Still worried about Troll Chant, maybe. Gold card could be nice here. We just force them to have Mystic Shot for Twisted Fate. Yeah, I'll go for red card. Wipes this, puts this in range of Death's Hand. And Hexcore Foundry, like, puts them under pressure with my Twisted Fate. So they have to spend another resource to kill him, rather than damaging my board, or setting up Puffcat Peddler. That's fine, too.
I'm a people person.
Honestly, if you ban Targon, this deck is still top tier. Yeah, SWAIN Twisted Fate's in a really good spot right now. For sure. They could have another Troll Chant.
We live here.
So maybe it's better to safety block. Just cash in the Twisted Fate. Not take 3 damage here. Let's do it like this. Keep Twisted Fate alive. We still have a Zap Spray Fin to keep getting chip damage through. We both don't have healing. So me dealing more damage to their Nexus is way more important. Yep, we force Thermo, which is one of their only ways to answer Swain. We might even be able to set up Swain this round. I kind of like that plan. Just go for it. They Swain, and then they do like Mushroom Cloud, Thermo. Hexcore Foundry makes it a little bit harder for me to get my card advantage on them the way I want. So maybe we just develop a wider attack. Let's go for House Spider first. Yeah, just jump one. So it's a good thing I didn't go for Swain. And they're filling their hand up with mushrooms. They have to spend their mana to cash these in or they'll start burning cards. These really wide attacks are super good for me. Because it's so much damage coming through, and then I could potentially finish them off with Fervors and Leviathans and stuff. I think we Sentry and it's GG. I'm going to save Sentry for Ezreal.
Where are you, spirit? Excuse you.
Oh my god, this is... I can't even tell you how good this game is going for me. They're having to use such important resources on like such small and insignificant units. To be fair, Hexcore Foundry does kind of crumple to Noxus archetypes like this because they go wide so fast. This is typically seen as a control deck, but you just have the resource generation. We could go for a Fervor here. And you see how much mana we're forcing out of them to just stay alive? And now Swain's leveled up. They don't have, like, Thermogenic Beam mana to just instantly kill the Swain. Alternatively, I can go Zap Spray Fin and make it rain to wipe out the Chumpwump. Or Dreadway Deckhand, make it rain. I'll play a Zap Spray Fin. This is exactly the sort of deck that loves to have this Hexcore Foundry card draw. Their Ezreal is leveled up, but I have so much HP, I'm feeling really good about myself here. Yay! But they got Brittle Steel. Really weird attack, by the way. Troll Chant. Am I the only SWAIN Twisted Fate player that runs Noxian Fervor? Yo, we got the sub from Pedro. Appreciate that, homie. Thank you, thank you. How you been, man? For those of you who don't know, Pedro is the expeditions master for Runeterra. For those of you who are looking to play some draft, you got to go to him for it. I would also recommend playing some of the labs